I'm going to show you some of the mechanics of the map. First, simplest mechanic of all is just something that I'm going to build into the introduction area, and that is to set up the scoreboard that you see off on the right, counting the number of blocks that I have. And then this right here, this is a hopper clock. So what's essentially happening is this piece of redstone is just going back and forth. Every time it gets into this hopper, it turns on the comparator, which does two things. It tests, or I'm sorry, it clears my inventory of diamond blocks and emerald blocks. And if either of those are successful, so if I have a diamond block, it will clear my inventory, this will turn on, this will add 2 to my scoreboard, and it will play a level up song. If I have an emerald block, this will turn on, it will add 1, and it will play a random orb song. So let's just demonstrate that. This is pretty basic. Here's the diamond block. I don't know if you can see it. There we go. My blocks went up to 31. It was 29. And if I do the emerald block, it should go up from 31 to 32. If I can find the emerald block, there it is. Dink. So now it went to 32. So this I might turn to a hyperclock later. I'm not sure if that's going to be fast enough for the map. Okay, so each of these colored layers, the housing layer, the farmers, the craftsmen, the miners, and the explorers, are represented here, and they all have the same structure. Very simple structure, although now that I put out the speak and spell map, I know an easier way I could have done this, but it's fine. What basically happens is when you press one of the buttons up in there to purchase one of these, a redstone block gets spawned here. Actually, let's just take a look at that really quick. These buttons right here, these buttons are attached to very simple command blocks, and this is remote redstone. This is one of the greatest improvements to redstone in the history of Minecraft, if you ask me. Basically, all it does is it puts an air block and then a redstone block either here or down on the green, etc., depending which button you pressed. Okay, first thing that happens is a currency check. If you do not have enough currency, so in this case, the first layer, I think it's going to cost 1 for housing, 1 for the farmer, 2 for the craftsman, 1 for the miner, 2 for the explorer. And if you don't have enough currency, then it's basically going to tell you that it's going to play a no sound and it's going to say insufficient funds. If you have enough currency to purchase that plot, it's going to remove the buttons or do whatever, some of the ones down below, remove buttons, add buttons. It's going to play a building sound. It's going to say that your housing is being built. It's going to subtract the appropriate number of blocks from your currency. And okay, and then here it's actually this one's adding the colored buttons for the hiring of villagers because I'm up here in the purple section. This line down here goes to a dispenser, which basically has, one of them is already enabled from earlier testing, and it looks like it's this one right here. Yes, it is. Let's put that here. Let's put that back. Oh, it's because I pressed it in my last video. So what this is going to do is it's going to shoot out a random block from the dropper. That's going to flow through these hoppers on top unless it matches one of the hoppers on the bottom. So orange is building 1. You can see it back there. What is this, magenta or purple? Is building 2. Building 3 is the light blue, etc. So the block that comes out of here will go into the proper spot, and then basically all this is going to do is spawn the redstone block on the proper landing zone over here. That's it. A randomizer, an evaluator, and a remote trigger. And then these blocks, which were built with SethBling's set block structure filter, will populate your plot with whatever randomly chosen thing was populated. And hello, Mr. Stronghold Explorer. I didn't clear you earlier. So anyway, that's it. That's like pretty much the mechanics for the map. There is one other thing that happens. Okay, and this says congratulations. One of these, somewhere here, there's a spawner that gets placed. And for the life of me, now I can't remember where the spawner is. Let's see. Where does the spawner get placed? Oh, I've been doing this for so long, I can't remember. Oh, there is no spawner in the housing level. That's right, because the housing doesn't generate currency. The villagers will generate emerald, which is 1 currency per minute. And so this is going to set 52, which is a spawner, and it's got a delay of 1200 clicks, which is 1 minute. So every minute it will spawn 1 emerald. If you bought the craftsman, it will spawn the diamond block. So every 1 minute it will spawn diamond, which is worth 2 currency. The miners are worth 1, and the explorers are worth 2. So you can see that the initial cost for the tier 2, for the explorer or craftsman is more, but you're going to be getting more currency per minute, and that's why there's 2 different possible surface and etc. I think I explained this in the and I probably do a better job of explaining this in the map walkthrough, but I want to set this back, and I think I've reset everything now. So that is it for the mechanics of the map at present. There's going to be some more command blocks added after I duplicate this 10 times to the first one, just to give you a little bit more text as a walkthrough. And other than that, that's pretty much it. After I duplicate them all, these redstone blocks, netherrack blocks, indicate that I have to go back to these places and actually update the currency, because it's going to get progressively higher as you go. There should be some sponge blocks here. This indicates that I haven't finished putting the exact coordinates in for these. So I put placeholders in for myself to remind myself what I haven't done. And also, back here in my Excel sheet, now that I've pasted in the stronghold, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark off that I copied the plot into staging, converted the command blocks, I wired up the landing zone, I applied the filter and moved the command blocks, moved the villager up 1, and I tested the spawning of it. And then once I fill up a whole section like this is the miner section, then I'm going to go in and replace those sponge blocks. But I just chose to do this a little bit out of order so you can see it. Typically I come in here and update this after each step just to make sure that I've got it. So now, assuming that that stronghold that I pasted in this video, I didn't mess anything up, I am now 29% beta ready. So by the time you see this, I will have finished up the cave explorers, I will have enabled the triggers, and then I will have done my plot duplication tests. This is the part I'm the most worried about right in here, that I have not actually allocated enough manual effort after I do this, but we'll see. And then adjusting the cost should be pretty simple. And then I'm going to be doing some full testing. So if all goes well, you should be seeing this video before Christmas. So if not, maybe you're seeing this in 2014. But either way, even if I have to manually duplicate everything, I will eventually get this map done and then move on to something else. So, alright, so here I am in MCEdit again, and I thought I might you might find it interesting to see how in this block of command blocks, how the heck am I going to be able to find the one command block that is for the portal block without actually doing it by hand. So in my other video, I created the stronghold with a hidden portal block for an effect, and it should actually be up higher in the stack so that it spawns later. So the way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to select this area that I suspect the command block is in. I'm going to run a filter that I believe I got from Texelelf, which is called MCEdit. And I'll apologize in advance, you may have trouble reading this at my resolution, but I click the filter button, and here are all of the tile entities, which are what? Are command blocks. So what I do is I just pop open each of these, and I'm looking for a 90 in this spot right here. So these are 98, which I think is stone brick. And the reason that I'm doing this searching is because I want to find the coordinates of the command block, and then I can go surgically remove it. And I've written down those coordinates, so those coordinates are 1511, 12, negative 440. So this is 1519, so here's row 1511, and this is 11, so it's actually one up, and negative 440, which should be this block right here. Yep, there it is, set block to portal. So what I have to do is I'm going to pull this block out, and I'm going to put it, I'm actually going to put it here, up here. I'm going to put it a little bit apart from these in this stack up here, just so that I know it's there. Now hopefully that should be the last thing to spawn in that particular plot. Now, I left this guy dangling down here with an open spot above it. That would actually break the redstone, so I'm just going to move this one up, and I'm going to save that. And that should fix the portal in the stronghold. So we're going to go test that out next. Alright, we've got an empty gold section down there. And we're going to come over to here. I leave these stone until I've tested them out, and then I actually put them in. Here's the one. This should be landing zone 2, yes. And let's see. Object successfully summoned. Object meaning the villager. Let's go up there and take a look. There's the Stronghold Explorer. And do I see the nether particles? I don't see the nether particles. Okay, so what that means, one of two things is happening. Either that is not summonable the way that I think it should be, or something else is getting spawned and breaking the portal. So let's go and find that block. Here it is. And let's take this and let's try it manually while we're standing up there, because that should be part of stack. Oh, yeah, no, stack 2, good. Stack 3, okay. So it's in the right stack. That's not the problem. And let's warp up there. Let's see what happens when I manually spawn it in. So I'm going to set a block. Oh, I actually set it. Shoot. I have to put the block placed. And it tells me that I have to... Okay, so that did work then. Alright, let's clear the portal. Okay, so then what's happening is it's not getting spawned with enough of a delay, which is a bummer. Okay, that is this block here. So let's do this. Just for this one block, we're going to manually make sure that it gets spawned later than everything else. And it'll just be the last thing that gets spawned in. Now I don't want any redstone near it. Okay, I think that should be fine. I think that should be fine. Now this is going to create a second Nether Explorer, or I'm sorry, Stronghold Explorer, and let's just see what happens. Okay, you see the block placed last after the summoned entity. That's good sign. Yep, and I can see the particles down there. So that fixes that issue. Now we're going to do a couple more tests of the other strongholds, the other entries. Let's test the dungeons. I'm a little bit worried about the lava one, to be honest with you. Now I'm not going to be clearing out the explorers, so you're going to see multiple explorers in there, even though, okay, object successfully summoned. We can just ignore those because my clearing things don't clear entities. I actually don't know of a way to do that. Okay, the zombie dungeon is correct, and there's the zombie hunter. So let's go clear that out. And next I'm going to test the spider hunter. And that should be landing zone 4, which should be this one. Okay, object successfully summoned. And yep, I do a lot of flying up and down as I'm testing this out. Okay, there's the spider hunter. The zombie hunter's there. They should start moving around on their own. Let's see if they do. That torch you might see on the ground is when you clear blocks. If there's a torch on top of them, sometimes that won't clear. The spider spawner looks good. Well, the zombie hunter and the spider hunter are having a little conversation. Can I separate you guys? I just want to... Oh, okay, they won't move. I just realized I did not yet set their thing. Now we're gonna try the lava dude, and this one should be interesting. Hopefully the lava actually spawns last, because if not, we might have a little bit of spillage, which won't be too good. This is 6. This is 5. Okay. And now I'm just going to fly up because I'm more than halfway up the stack. Let's see how that did. Okay, perfect. The Lava Lake Explorer is right here. And, you know, I wonder if that lava... Oh no, the lava's down here, so it should be far enough away from my wiring to not be an issue. Boy, that would be pretty funny, though. Okay, you guys are going to be burning for a while. We got 2 more to test. Next is the mine shaft, and then the nether. And the nether's the one that I'm worried about the most, to be honest with you. Just want to see that that all got cleared correctly. Yes, it did. Oh, interesting. These spawner particles are still here. I think that's just a visual glitch. Okay, so I don't know if you're interested in watching me test my stack, but that's what I'm doing. Here's the abandoned mine shaft. Got the spider, got the shaft explorer. Good. Okay, and then let's clear that. Yes, I've had to do this over 35 times. Now, the nether one is the one that I'm worried about the most. Okay, the other thing is, as soon as I hit the nether, I don't actually want these villagers to go through the portal into the nether, so I'm going to actually clear them out first. Alright, thanks to MCEdit, I have cleared them out. And holding my breath. Ooh, also, I'm a little bit worried if these chunks aren't going to be loaded when you spawn in. I'll have to think about that later. Alright, so there's the nether. And I'm pretty sure that the portal isn't actually going to get spawned. That is correct. So, let's see what we can do about that. This is... Oh, this isn't even the size of a normal portal, is it? So, it's not going to be stable. Alright, I think what I can do is I can just spawn probably the bottom and top. Like bottom left and top right. I don't think I'll be able to spawn all four. Whoa, that was not what I intended to do. I intended to write down my coordinates here. Alright, so we've got 14, 62, 81, negative 446 is the bottom right. And then the bottom left, 1461, 81, negative 446. Okay, so now what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to test this manually first. Set block 14. Sorry, I'm typing and trying to look at something at the same time, and I'm in the dark. 61, 81, negative 446, 90, 0, place. Oh, it puts it sideways. I should have known. Okay, it's not 90, 0. It's probably like 91, maybe? Yep, okay. And now, if I put one next to it, at 1462, 81, negative 446, 91, replace, it'll disappear. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, so I'm basically only going to be able to do the bottom, and then let's do 1, 81, 446, 91, replace. Oh, shoot. There. Hold on, I'll get it. 82, 446, 91, replace. There we go. So I'm going to have to spawn it like that, because I don't think there's any way... Oh, that actually looks perfect. Well, close enough anyway. Can't really tell. So which one did I do then? I did 1461, 81, 1462, 82. Okay. Now there's one other thing I want to try. And that is... So I'm going to clear these out here. Oh, actually, no. I already know this won't work. Because if I do a flint and steel... I think the minimum portal has to be the minimum size of the portal. Yeah, that won't work. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have to do. Alright, I'm going to go do that in MCEdit. Basically, I'm going to search for the block that I need. Let's get this dangerous thing out of my inventory. And then I'm going to move them up to this row. Ooh, I just noticed something else. Second one in this row. I need to check something. Where's that one that I put in? Here it is. Okay, so the redstone block's being put here. Okay. Okay, anyway, that's it for this slightly convoluted video. This is just peek into what I do.